guys, and welcome to the show. Today we have That 50 Channel joining us. Our next host is VinGamer99, the creator of the roleplay. This is a Q&A, folks. Answering your questions.
Walking around town with a bat in my hand, I'm gonna tell you a tale that's gonna make you understand. This town is full of zombies, always running me, gunning me. It's a good thing that home runs are part of my personality. When they come out of the woodwork, I am ready to play. Swing hard for the fences, tell the kids it's bat day. The creeps back up when I get in my stance. They got nowhere to run.
Alright, welcome to our show, guys, where we will be talking about Season 1. This is, by the way, this is Vin's story. I'm just a part of it. So, all credit to him, obviously. Yeah, Vin, what would you like to say? What would you like to say before we, continue, about and what is going to expect to happen in the future of this series?
First off, spoiler alert.
Yeah, this is a spoiler.
Go watch it before you watch this.
Yeah. We'll probably put that in the video in the first place, like in the beginning anyway, so. Okay.
This is just in case you didn't, look at it. Because you're just like, where is the talking? Then, yeah, there you go.
So again, spoiler alert. This will spoil Season 1 for you if you have not listened. Alright. Now, anything else you would like to say, Vin?
Well, first off, shout out to Shippy here for, helping me with the series and for,
It's a pleasure.
Also, if y'all saw the bloopers video, I'm sorry it's so short. We had a new technique that we decided to do so that way the episodes would come out faster.
Mm-hmm.
So there will probably be less bloopers than there usually are, but I'll still try to include as much as I can find.
Well, so what we're going to do now, from now on, is he's going to... I was actually going to... he wanted me to actually... At first, he wanted me to actually start posting on my channel, but I'm like, what if I take all the credit and they like me more than you? He's like, wouldn't be that cool? So I just, I might do, like, something with him where I'll include it or something. Like, some episodes, not all of them. Like, just like what, like, for example, like what Markiplier does with one of his friends that he has, like, this series on, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so, also, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Alright, go ahead. Is that all?
Well, also, I do want to give a shout out to my friends who have watched the series and who have asked some questions about it. Because this series so far, not everybody knows much about it. They just know, like, the main story of, like... Yeah, they know, like, the main details. But there are some mysteries that are still unsolved that we may solve right now or in the future.
Alright, I think that's beautifully said. Now let's start talking about what we expect for this and what you guys probably expect. So, alright, first off, let's ask any more questions, any more answers you guys got or anything?
Well, I don't have really anything else to say, but my friends do have some questions, and I could answer those later, or we could do them now.
We can answer them now. I don't care, and we can just do like that.
All right, let me pull them up real quick. Okay, my app won't load, so give me a second. Alright.
Keep checking your recording.
So, I'm not gonna... I'm actually not going to say names and I can tell when my thing's recording because there's a big thing that tells me that it's recording
Oh, okay, good.
because I'm on PC. So, my one friend asked me, what was the point of mentioning Ruby's father if we never even figure out who it is and we don't even, mention him at all?
So yeah, this is a big question that a lot of people, I'm pretty sure, probably are thinking. So what we did was we were kind of thinking of a funny joke. We're not going to actually announce the father here because you're supposed to learn it in season 2, if we make a season 2. Now, so basically, we have given you guys hints. So if you want to watch those again, there are hints of who the father is. But do not say in the
Just
comments
watch episode 3 and 4.
because that might ruin stuff. Yeah, just watch those 2 and you will figure something out. And yeah, that's all we're going to say. It's just basically just to make this to give it more I don't know how to say it, more juicy, like you're wanting to want more, basically. I think that's pretty much it for that part. Okay, go ahead. What's your second question?
Yeah, alright. Next question. Is the Q Queen really Ruby's mother, or is she, just a fake?
So, we can't really answer that, because it is actually kind of a big part of the story. However, we will mention that Ruby will not be in the story for a very, very long time. We're talking season 4. We do not have any plans for her returning anytime soon. So, yeah.
That's even if we make a season 2, let alone season 4.
Yeah. So, sorry if I sound a little sick, guys. I did actually have a fever yesterday, so, yeah. Alright, next question.
Alright, a big question, even though it's kind of obvious. Will there be a season 2?
Alright, so look. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Yeah, we're thinking about making a season 2. It's
Am I thinking about it? We have episodes planned already.
It's already planned, and obviously I know everything. The only part I actually didn't know about this season, or the season 1, was the Ragsy part. He actually literally just made it up because he realized how short the episodes would be. So yeah. Now, is that all the questions?
Somebody follow me singing. Hold up, let me go out there. Somebody asked me to send me my nudes, and I said no.
What the hell? We gotta cut that out. That's just not even appropriate, bro.
I know that, but it's just freaking hilarious.
Okay, well, why though? Just stop. Okay. All right. So, any more questions?
All right, let me go back. Yeah, hold on. Is Tasuki dead?
Yes. She has died by the explosion. She's now.
I think she's one of the only people that have died.
Yes, in this series for right now. Yes, I think that's a really big hint you just gave away, by the way. But okay. So yeah.
Well,
Is that all the questions we have for that part?
There is one more that says, "Will Kuddlepool come back in season 2?"
I cannot say.
There is one, because obviously
we will say that one didn't happen in our first time playing it. I will say that, though. That's your hint. All right, is that all? That should be good. All right, now.
Hopefully, let me double check just to make sure.
Okay.
This one isn't a question. It's a question, but not to answer right now, but it's future in the episode. Can you talk more about Sloane? Because I'm still confused who she really is.
Okay, so a little bit on the backstory. Vin, you might want to help me out on this one, because you really never explained her to me either when I played through your season 3 and season 2. She's basically kind of like, you guys know Sloane. Sloane is basically based off in Fortnite. She's basically...
I don't have the skin, though, so we have to use Zaddy.
Because, well, he never played that season ever. I'm pretty sure, right?
But I had it. I just never played it.
Mm-hmm. Which is kind of retarded if you think about it. But, anyway. Yeah, he's still mad to this day, which is why I'm mad at not getting Deadpool to this day as well. So, we're both mad, aren't we?
I would have actually had Deadpool, but again, I didn't do it. But I had the season.
So, now, everyone, yeah, so, I mean, Vin, you might want to explain more about Sloane, because I don't know much about her either, that much. Don't say too much stuff,
what we
otherwise you
know
might
of
ruin it for me.
for
as well.
now, yeah. From what we know of, she is obviously one of like the main villains that our heroes have to deal with. Because as we can see, she's pretty powerful.
Oh shit! Shut up. All right, we are back. All right, so just keep continuing what you're saying.
So as I was saying before, I was really interrupted by somebody's Xbox not recording. So
Well, it stopped.
as we were saying, Sloane is pretty powerful, as we can see. I mean, she has a full-on tank.
But not as powerful as
Like-
Ruby's father, which you will understand later.
Shut up. Okay, anyways. But yeah, so far, from what we know of, Sloane right now in Season 1 was probably the most powerful so far, besides Shadow Ruby coming in second place because of her dark magic, being able to summon weapons.
Mhm.
But she was, like, almost easily, like, not almost easily, it took about, like, a bunch of time, but she was, like, nearly defeated. But, you know, luckily she's good at getting away, and she got away. I wouldn't say Sloane was defeated, but she was definitely, like, injured. But she just ran away because she's, like, you know, she's a coward. But she has a full-on tank. She has a whole army of, like, these assassins. Stuff like that. Like, she is powerful. Like, I mean, I guess that's all I can really say. Because, like,
Don't say anymore, you might spoil it. Okay.
yeah.
So, yeah, I think those are. Is that all the questions we got?
There is one more, but we'll do it later because it's another big topic. So we'll talk about something else.
No, it's fine. You can. We'll finish it.
By one more, I mean there's a lot more,
All right.
but they're all like big part questions.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. So another question is, what happened to Mina after Sloane left her? And I have to explain that because I completely forgot to put that into the episode. Because we were more focused on Cuddlepool being in a coma. Again, spoiler alert if you haven't watched.
Oh yeah. I forgot. Okay. I forgot who Mina was, to be honest. Who was that again?
She's that sniper.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I know.
So, what happened to her? I forgot to include it in. She's in prison. She's arrested. She got arrested.
Yep.
Because if you didn't hear in the episode, her sling can't go that far, so she was stuck on that island. So she was easily, like, taken out, and she's in prison. I'm sure you didn't even know that, because I forgot to freaking add it into the episode.
No, we did it before, remember? Like a while back. Pretty sure.
Yeah, well.
Okay. Alright. Next question.
Alright, give me a second. My phone turned off. What happened to Mecha when Cuddlepool mentioned him in episode 6?
I don't think we can actually disclose that information, correct?
No, because it's going to be...
It's going to be a big
It's
part
gonna
of the
happen-
story.
I
That's
was
all
gonna
you're
say-
going to know.
It's not going to be, like, a big part, but it's going to introduce, like... It's going to be a part in the story. And I'm just going to say right now, it is going to be, like... You'll find out soon, but not, like, right now, but soon.
Also, keep in mind, the reason why we never actually show Mecha is actually because we'll show you later who that is. Right now, we're not going to. That's all you need to know. Alright.
So this is actually, right here, this is a behind-the-scenes question. It's,
Okay.
why are some scenes you can't see some of the characters?
Yep, same reason with Mecha. We're going to either introduce them later or we just don't have the skin, to be honest.
Yeah. It's either, well, most of the time we have the skin, but there's only 2 of us. We can't really, like, put, like, 4 people in a scene if there's only 2 of us.
Yeah, think about it. Like, if you have 2 people, and the only reason why there's only 2 people is because we need people who actually, like, pay attention, don't mess around, because we have a lot of friends, like Mr. Meme, for example.
Don't mention names.
Okay, well, my bad. cut it out. We have some friends who are just like, they just mess around too much for our storyline. And we don't, you can't mess around on these type of videos because then it will drag on forever and ever and ever.
And the episode takes so long to come out. But also, I was saying, like, if you can... So we do this roleplay, like, by ourselves without recording it. That time, it's okay to mess around, but not as much as some of our friends do. Like, some of our friends will literally do it and not stop. As in, one of our friends, we asked him to stop. He legit said no.
God, I'm so glad we fucking blocked that kid. Oh, God.
Yeah, I always thought he was annoying because of his freaking budgel.
Okay, buddy. Man, you still cannot forget about that. Okay, alright.
Because even though it's not in the map anymore, I can still think about it.
Alright, your turn. Go. Wait, let me check the recording. Alright, we good. Next question.
Maybe you should say something, because you haven't said much. I've just been talking a lot.
I guess I have a big question for, I don't know. I don't know what I could say.
Didn't you plan this out?
I did. Somehow. A little bit. Okay, so...
I planned to do this episode, but I had no idea what to say.
No, like, I was just, like, based on, like, questions and stuff. That's what we're doing, I thought.
Yeah, and I have a lot of questions, because I asked everybody for questions.
Okay, now, go ahead. Keep going. Next question. We'll just cut that stupid part out. Okay, next question.
Alright, this question, we can actually answer it, because it's never going to be told, so we can just actually answer it. Was Tasuki the one who blew up the car? The answer is yes, she did. She was the one. I
thought I was...
I never said it, but she is the one who blew up the car.
Okay. We should take turns talking.
That's the one answer we can...
next time.
Yeah, that's... Alright, that's the one question we can actually answer, because it's never going to be revealed in Season 2, 3, 4, however many seasons of this there are going to be. Alright, you can talk next.
Alright. Next question.
I'm deciding what I want to do, because I have a lot. I'm probably not going to get to all of them. But
well, yeah, this is just basically questions and what we expect for it.
Yeah. Some of these we can't answer, which we apologize for. It's just that we don't want to spoil anything. Bro, one of these questions is, can I have a taco from the taco place?
Fish taco.
No.
Oh yeah.
Eat the fish taco.
Also,
obviously
a little reminder. This is, keep in mind, this is just me and him. So we put some voice changers and stuff. So like when I was Ruby, we put a voice changer, which wasn't that good because you can't find like the best voice changers and stuff.
They cost money. The best ones cost money. I don't have
like
money.
Tons of money.
No, neither of us do.
It's not cheap at all. Yeah. So. That's the taco part. When I say taco, that's like my favorite part about Fish Stick.
But his smacking of the food.
Also, this story, I will say, gets very kind of sad at the end of Season 2. I'll say that right now.
But we can't
say it, but then you can't lie. It's so fucked.
It's more sad than Ragsy being like freaking like
tortured.
It's sad. It's more sad than Ragsy not having a nice family. It's more sad than that.
Alright, let me cut the audio and video. Alright, so next question. I'll answer it this time, unless I need help with it.
Alright. Why is Cuddlepool the only superhero?
That's actually a really good question. Actually, no, hold up. She's not the only superhero because if you think about it, Little Whip is a superhero. And when we did this a long time ago, we had two other brothers, which is the older brother who was a superhero. I think it was Doctor Strange, was one of our friends.
Doctor Strange.
And then we had Foundation and Lieutenant John Wama or something like that.
But for this series, there is a reason why Cuddlepool is the only other superhero other than Little Whip.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, good question. But yeah.
And I don't know if this is going to confuse anybody of the answer to this question. The answer is, well, one, obviously, his brothers choose not to be superheroes, which is why Cuddlepole is also one of the reasons she's the only superhero. And another reason is because if you watch episode 2, you can see that there were other superheroes, but they, like, are gone. As in, the parents were superheroes, but they went missing. Torin was a superhero, and then she got trapped in the rifts and became a villain. And then, if you watch episode 5, Sloane was the one in the cubed explosion when everybody got their powers. She was there, but then she decided to become evil because she got no powers except for the ability to not age, and she, for some reason, is, like, all jealous about it. Which actually, that answers another question, which somebody asked, why is Sloane evil? And I just answered it. She's jealous.
Okay, next question. Beautifully said, by the way.
All right, let me... Do we find out who the shooter is in any other season, if there are any other seasons?
What does it mean by that question, Vin? Like, what shooter are
I
we
think
talking
he's
about?
talking about episode 1, the one that shot at Fishstick at first.
Yeah, I mean, you already did. It was, Tsuki.
Yeah, because if you think about it, I don't know if y'all thought about it, but if Tsuki, like, if somebody was shooting at Fishstick, that means they knew that there was something, like, with him, which means they had to be, like, because the only person that we know of, that you know, if you watch episode 1, the only person that we really knows about the powers is Sloane, because, of course, Sloane knows Fishstick's parents, because she fought with them in the giant war, which means somebody who was shooting at Fishstick that wasn't Sloane means they had to be related to Sloane, which obviously Tsuki is obviously a robot that Sloane built.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of explains. I don't know if that sounded really confusing, but that's why.
Yeah, and so I think what we should do, Vin, is I think I should say something first, and if you have anything to add on, then you say. Does that sound good?
Alright.
Alright, next question.
This isn't a question, but it's a statement. It's a really funny one. It's like, why is it kind of funny that Fishstick and Ronan both dated supervillains?
Yeah, I mean, it's very ironic, and if you guys understand that they are very easily tricked, that's what we kind of want you to know about them. It's a little hint that they're very easily tricked, and that might be a big part in the story later on. That's all we're saying.
Yeah, but it is kind of, like, funny that they're like, oh, we went on one date with this person. Oh, my God, they're a supervillain. Because think about it. Ronan went on one date with Ruby, turned out to be a supervillain. Fishstick went out on one date with Tsuki, turned out to be a supervillain.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Alright, another question. Actually, before we do this question, I just want to say one thing before we get to the next question. There will be somebody joining us in these episodes in Season 2. I'm not going to say her name yet, but I'll give you a hint. It's a her. And she has, actually, I'm going to stop now because it'll give it away if I say what I say, so.
Okay, let me say something about that,
obviously.
though. So she is our friend. She's Vince's friend. That's basically, we do have a rule for, like, since this is very serious in the video, if she messes around a few times and we're not messing around, we probably will kick her from it. So that might explain why she's not in it anymore. Just a little bystander. And she's probably gonna be watching this video right now, as soon as it's out. So yeah.
I already told her about the rule anyway. She knows about all the rules, so no big problem.
Okay, I'm just telling them so they know if she's gone.
Yeah, so if she is gone, that means she messed around way too much and she got kicked out.
Yep.
All right, any other questions? Hold on, I'm trying to freaking load it up because it keeps glitching.
Oh yeah, I'll say this. I'll save it for the end when we're done with the questions and stuff. Okay?
All right.
Because I got some stuff I gotta say.
All right. Do we ever figure out what happened to Little Whip and how he got home in episode 5?
So that's a little kind of controversial thing because I don't even know because that was like a whole new part in the story for me. Like back then when I did it first, I'm pretty sure he just like he got home by like by his brothers like saving him from something.
Because but in this story, he doesn't have brothers.
Mm-hmm. So he had to do something. So basically,
it was with dark magic.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what it was about. You know, since Shadow Ruby is and really strong, that's why that happens.
All right, I have another question. So this question says, if Cuddlepool is supposed to be invincible, which means her powers were transferred from her mother, how did Cuddle kill her mother?
So actually, if you watched the video, you still here, right, Vid? Uh-oh.
Huh?
Oh, you're still here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll cut that out. Alright, so it sounded like your dad came in or something. Alright, so listen.
No, that's just the bathroom.
Let me just say this really quickly because the recording's getting low. So basically, if you're wondering, like, and if you guys watched the video, like the Ragsy video, you'll know that anything can kill an immortal person with this one blade. And it was the blade that she used to kill her mother. And which I forget what the blade was called. What was it called, Finn?
Well, it's not necessarily the blade, but it's the material.
Same thing.
Use.
Same thing. But yeah.
A blade and material are not the same thing. But
okay, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean, and that's the point. Okay.
Yeah. And it's called Omnanite. I will spell it out. But basically, one of Cuddlepool's weaknesses that isn't dark magic is Omnanite, which is a material that, if it attacks her, it can kill her. Like not everybody is like fully immortal. There is at least one way to kill them. Like for example, Superman, you can kill him with kryptonite. He's not fully invincible. Which is other than that, he's like incredibly invincible.
By the way, which is why you see Cuddlepool get gravely hurt into a coma. Because she used...
Yeah, because she was like...
Sloane used way too much of it and almost killed her.
Yeah, probably because she was like brutally striked with it. She was like slashed like 2 times in the back with it.
Well, yeah, we can't say anything more because we might spoil it. So, yeah. Alright, let me...
One thing I can't say about...
Hold on. Alright, go ahead.
Alright, so one more thing I have to say about Omnanite is obviously it's different with different people. For example, Little Whip got struck with like 100 strikes of Omnanite and was completely fine. Well, not completely fine, he obviously took damage from it. Like, you're not completely invincible to Omnanite, but he's not as bad as Cuddlepool was. Cuddlepool got 2 strikes to like her chest area and literally almost died.
Mm-hmm. And also, you gotta think about this, like, you can't... So, same thing with, Superman as your example. Like, he can die by kryptonite, sorry. Like I said, I'm sick. And Cuddlepool can die by Omnanite, which, if you think about it, they're the only ones that can die by it. Like, if you really think about that. Like, you know how Superman can only die by kryptonite, and no one else really can, besides, obviously the Superman family. like Supergirl, I'm not sure I'm saying their family, but you understand what I'm saying, like Kryptonians.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how we're working with Cuddlepool, if that kind of makes sense to you guys.
Also, I just want to be real. Cuddlepool is not a ripoff of Superman. I just now.
No, she's a ripoff of
Cuddlepool. And I
Cuddlepool.
are like exactly the same.
She's a ripoff of Cuddlepool.
Cuddlepool is a ripoff of Cuddlepool.
No, she's a ripoff of Deadpool, to be honest.
Well, it's like she's like a mix of Deadpool and like Superman.
The only thing that's different is that Deadpool can't die by anything. She can.
Yeah, Cuddlepool obviously can die to like a few things.
And we did
But
that
it's
because
very,
that'd be OP
very-
as hell in the story.
Yeah, 'cause it's very. The thing is, just because Cuddlepool can die by little things doesn't mean like she's not like a good character. Because she's actually, if you don't have any of those things, she's ridiculously hard to kill.
Mm-hmm. She'll kick your
And
ass.
I mean, if you had like a pistol or something, it would take like about like 10 million shots, probably just to give her like a scar. That's the thing. She's like very powerful. She's like very immune to any other like thing, but Omni-Knight and Dark Magic, you have actually an actual like chance. But if you have like a pistol or like a knife, it's gonna take a few times for her to die. All right. We don't have any more questions.
All right, so that's it. All right, everyone. So I gotta say this: we're gonna be talking about a little bit of season 1 now. Obviously, to summarize it up, right now, at the end, I'm pretty sure. I forgot what I was gonna say before, honestly. But which sucks. But we knew it was gonna happen then.
Yeah, we know what's gonna happen. Nobody else does. Not even our friend is gonna join in. She has no clue what's gonna happen.
Okay, so season 1 in the end, you guys saw that, we finally defeated Tsuki, and that was it. Yeah, she is dead, and yes, we will be making a season 2. And I just want to say that keep in mind for every little detail in our story. If you have to, watch it again, because like I said in the beginning, it can provide something very important for the future. And we do this intentionally because, it could be like, it could be interesting, if that's how I want to put it.
And we need conspiracies.
Yeah, this was all made by Vin. Obviously, some Fortnite features and stuff. Obviously, like the cubes, like he obviously didn't make that up, because Fortnite made that up.
I basically took some of Fortnite's elements and formed it into my own story.
Mhm.
Everything that is in the story, I made up myself, except for obviously some of the voice lines and the music. But other than that, I made it all up myself. It did take a really long time.
So, I think, do we wrap it here? What do we think?
But just real quick, I want to say like 2 things. Well, 3 things. 1, I appreciate everybody who's watching the series. 2, I'm sorry if you were asked, your question was not answered because of season 2, but your question will be answered in season 2, I promise.
This is
Stay
why.
tuned, your question will be answered.
So, guys, also, this is why we want you guys to comment, because if you comment your questions, we can ask them in future videos, because I promise there will be another TED Talk like this. So, yeah. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Sorry, I never know, because sometimes your mic glitches out and I can't tell if you're done talking or not. So, okay, 4th thing, sorry if I rudely interrupt you so many times. Your mic just keeps cutting out, and I hate it. But 4th thing I do want to say is, I do want to, so some of my friends have texted me saying they really like the music that I use, so I think I am going to make, after I post this video, I'm going to make a video of all the music that I've used, So that way you can go find it yourself. Even though I don't know why somebody would get like if somebody would just be like, yo, I want to listen to tunes in my car. That would be funny, because sometimes I actually do that. I listen to like battle music in my car, like on the way to like school or something. Because I don't know why, it sounds cool.
Alright, so yeah, if that's all you guys have today, I think that's us. That's it for us.
Yeah, and if you have any more questions,
Say them in the comments below so
go.
we can answer them in the future TED Talks.
and if you don't have any questions, do not comment. And if you want to talk though, you're not gonna get it.
But you can comment, like, just, you can comment a question at the same time if you want. So if you have, like...
You don't have to comment a question, but you can comment anything you want, as long as it's not about saying that, like, you want us to die or something.
Yeah, that's just fucked up. Also, for some reason, I already have the Highwire skin. Don't ask why.
He cheated. I'm just kidding. He didn't cheat. I'm sorry.
I just played it way too much because I really wanted Highwire. So, yeah. I'm your host, Shifty Client, and this is your host, Vin. And, of course, we will see y'all in the next TED Talk.
Bye-bye, everybody. And also, I really...